that. With the economy today, customer retention strategies are even more important because to some extent customer loyalty is weakened, and we have to be aware of that. Whether you specialize, like I said, in residential design, commercial design, whether you're in retail or home staging, clients are scrutinizing their budgets carefully, and they're looking for ways to save. So we want to have that awareness, the effect that the constricting economy has on our clients. Even if they've been great clients all along, they're looking at things a little more carefully today. Mm-hmm. And another element of the business environment that we're all aware of is, of course, the role of technology, and we've touched on this briefly in terms of communication. But particularly, and I'm sure you will have many discussions throughout this Telesummit on the topic of social media. And with social media, word spreads faster than ever, and there are just more ways to communicate, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or blogs. And so clients are more likely to be exposed to information, and they're also more likely through those mediums to be exposed to our competitors. So we, a little later on, we'll discuss how we can take advantage of those opportunities that these types of technology can really provide. So if we're kind of getting it, we're getting the importance of client retention, and we're tuned into what's going on in the business environment. The natural question, as you asked me, is where do we go from there? What we really need is this customer retention plan. And we want to keep in mind, that it doesn't have to be time-consuming or difficult. There are just a few simple steps, like I said, I've broken it down into 5 that help us to always keep it in the forefront of our minds and make it a priority.
Okay.
That said, our 5 strategies for client retention. The first one is simply to contact your clients regularly. You might want to make a list of your top customers, top clients, and contact them especially frequently. You're going to naturally be in touch with clients that you're currently working on projects with. So you want to be sure to stay in close touch with past clients as well. Again, those past clients are the ones that are going to be most likely to be your future clients, and are going to this effort in keeping in touch is going to most effectively make those projects come to fruition.
Right.
So we want to, you might even want to take the best ones to lunch if you can from time to time, just to stay in touch. Another example of staying in touch, sending notes, invitations, updates. I have an associate who is fantastic about this. She will flip through the newspaper, and if she sees an anniversary announcement or some kind of an acknowledgement for a business professional who's won an award or something, she's just amazing about taking the time. If she recognizes, hey, that's a client or a past client, she'll take the time, handwrite a little note to that person, congratulating them on their accomplishment, or saying, happy 50th anniversary or whatever it might be. And she just does that on an ongoing basis. It's just part of a strategy that she's incorporated into her, marketing and client retention work to make sure that those clients know that she's thinking about them.
And that's very smart. I can look back to a hair salon that I used to visit in Manhattan, and every birthday and every major holiday, I received a card. And, it was just like, oh, that's just a nice touch. And that's something that I started to incorporate into my business when I became an entrepreneur. Just that little thing made such a big difference. It was just a nice touch. So I definitely can understand how the approach that your friend has taken has made an impact on her clients.
Yeah, it really does. It's really, really nice. And if you think about it too, Sabrina, we've talked about looking at things from our perspective and how, we like to be treated as a customer. Well, we also developed some habits as designers and preferences, and I know I've worked with essentially the same group of designers for over 17 years, and when I'm looking at who I want to do business with, it's time for me to select a product that I either want to sell to a client or specify for a job. I go to the products that I have the best relationship with the sales rep. Okay, you know how important those sales reps are. And the way it works with my association is that rep that is great about taking care of us and visits frequently and communicates effectively and frequently is the one whose product we go to. You know, if we have got 12 fabric lines on the wall, but this XYZ rep was just here and he was here 4 weeks before that and 4 weeks before that, you know, his product is top of mind, and we know we're not going to have problems with it in terms of it not being updated. And so the same concepts that we can really relate to as designers, how much we value the service and the relationship that that sales rep has built with us, is very similar to what our clients are looking to get from their designer.
Right, and that is very key, being top of mind. So whether it is constantly being in front of the client, or it is an email or a direct mail postcard or whatever it is, you just always want to touch base with your past clients. Because with the current clients, like you said, we're just going to assume that you're doing that on an ongoing basis because you're working on projects. But with clients that you worked with in the past, just always find ways to touch base with them, even if it's a little postcard to say, springtime's coming, turn your clocks, forward. Was it spring ahead? Whatever it is.
Yes. I think about that too.
But just send something to them on a regular basis so that they know that you're here, you're still in business, you're thinking of them, and that you value what you guys had done together before.
Absolutely. And it's a great segue into my second strategy, which is keep your name in front of all your customers. Again, that top of mind, that's how that happens, keeping our name in front of our customers. So whether it's advertising regularly, which, may or may not be where we're really focusing today, but some elements of that, of course, are part of what we're talking about. Networking regularly, sending email newsletters regularly. The key, however, with any of these things is doing it frequently and consistency. So, of course, today we're focusing on growing our business through retention and hopefully at the same time decreasing or at least not increasing our marketing budget. So some strategies for you. You want to get out there, okay? Get out there and network. And I know sometimes at the end of the day or the end of the week, the last thing we want to do is go to a function, right? We're tired. We just want to go home and kick off our heels. But
exactly.
whether it's a Chamber of Commerce event or a fundraiser or something, you want to put a little time and research into who your client is and how he or she spends their time. So for me, I do a lot of commercial design. And so in our community, we have what is called Business After Hours. It's sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce, and it's held once a month. It's a social event that is designed to showcase a local business one evening a month. So for me, it's a great opportunity to get out and socialize with clients and potential clients and remind those past clients that I'm the one that they want to call, because maybe when they left the house this morning, they were thinking, this room is looking a little shabby and I'd really like to do something, and then they filed that back away. Boom, at the end of the day, they run into me, and there it is again. Oh, yeah, there's Renee, and I was thinking about that room, and let's set up an appointment. So, it's really, really effective and important that way. And if you're dealing with a lot of residential clients, for example, again, in our community, they had a fundraiser that was a purse auction, and they got all these fabulous designer purses and auctioned them off, and it was a social event as well, and a lot of great clients past and hopefully future attended that type of thing. So the challenge, again, is what's in your area? Where are my clients going, and that I can network with them and remind them who I am and why they should be calling me?